Hi everyone, welcome to the next video of Palo Alto for beginners and experts. So today we will see how firewall is used to decrypt the traffic and then take appropriate action on that traffic. So you would want to decrypt the traffic if you want to see the entire communication that is happening between the client and the server, and then you want to take action against it. So in today's lab, I will demonstrate how we decrypt the traffic for a particular user going towards the internet, and then we will apply our policies to block that traffic. So to do so, you have a couple of ways to do it. So first, if you want to decrypt the traffic, the very first requirement is your firewall must have a certificate from the trusted certificate authority so that it can decrypt the traffic using that certificate. In my lab scenario, I have not got a certificate from the external authority, but Palo Alto allows you to generate the local certificate as well, which is issued by Palo Alto itself. So I created this certificate with the name firewall.paloalto.com, and I made it a certificate authority. So this is a local certificate. But if you want to do that, how I did it, you click on generate, you give it a name, certificate, and then you just give your common name. For example, this is firewall2.paloalto.com, and you say this is a certificate authority. The moment you say this, it will treat this as a certificate authority. And if you want to have a certificate from the outside world, then you say it's an external authority. Then it will generate your CSR, and then you can get the CSR verified by the certificate authority. So in my case, this is the certificate authority. So I'm gonna say no. So once this is done, that's all. If you want to provide certificate attributes, that's up to you. If not, that's all I did, and click on generate. The moment you click generate, you will see this certificate here. And then you go back in the certificate, and then you say this is a trusted root CA, because sometimes when firewall transfer uses the certificates, and if it tries to decrypt the traffic, it has to trust the certificate that it is using. So I'm saying this is a trusted root CA from where I got the certificate. And then finally, you need to say for what purpose you want to use that certificate, whether you want to use it for forward trust, which means when traffic is going outside towards trusted authorities where certificate is presented from the trusted authorities, then you want to use this certificate to decrypt the traffic, or you want to use this certificate for the untrust purpose, which means there are authorities that are not being trusted, and then you want to use this certificate to decrypt the traffic. So in our case, we are using this for the forward trust certificate purpose. So for traffic going from inside to outside to the internet, so this certificate will be used to decrypt the traffic. So once this is set, now the requirement is that I want users to access cnn.com, but in cnn.com, I want to block specific URIs. So for example, I don't want users to see any video on the CNN website. So if they click on any video link, that video link should get blocked. Or if user wants to click on any news of cnn.com, which is the latest news, which is having in the URI /2020. So for example, cnn.com /2020 /anything. If that is there in the URI, that traffic should also get blocked. So to achieve this, there are two ways how we can decrypt the traffic. The first way of decrypting the traffic is you go under URL category, you create the URL filtering profile, and in the URL filtering profile, you have a category called news, where cnn.com falls. So if you don't know where the cnn.com falls, you click on check URL category here at the bottom. The Palo Alto gives you that shortcut. When you click it, you will land on this page. And on this page, you just type your URL, whichever URL you want to check, and then it will give you that category. So CNN.com, it falls under news category. But for example, I want to see BBC.com. It will also tell me that BBC.com falls under which category. So I'm not a robot. It says okay. So BBC.com, it also falls under news category. So you see the drawback of this and the benefit, right? So the drawback is if you just want to allow one URL category, which is, sorry, if you want to just decrypt one URL domain, that is CNN.com, you don't want to use the entire news category, because if we decrypt this category, we are not just decrypting CNN.com, but we are decrypting the entire news category, which can have n number of URLs in it. So to relieve firewall from the overhead, you can create custom URL categories. So Palo Alto allows us to configure custom URL categories where we can define which domains we want to mention under it, and then what action we want to take against the domain. So in our example, I created one custom URL category. So you just click on add and this window will open. I named it Decrypt, so that whatever I mention under here, I know that I want to take action against it. I want to decrypt them. So I just want to decrypt star.cnn.com. So this custom URL category supports wildcard. So I said star.cnn.com, which means it will decrypt the entire domain, the cnn.com. I created second custom category where I named it block CNN, and over here I'm deciding which URIs I want to block. So I mentioned I want to block anything which is having /2020 after CNN.com. So it's wildcard.cnn.com /2020/wildcard. So if any URL that matches this pattern where it says www.cnn.com/2020/1234 or XYZ, it's going to block that URL. That's what I want to take action against. And second, I want to take action is I want to block all the videos on the CNN. So if you are visiting CNN website and you click on any video, I don't want you to see it. So I want to block that as well. So those are the two actions I want to take. And I added them and I click OK. After doing this, now this is just a custom category. There is nothing else happen at the moment. No action has been decided against it. So in Palo Alto, when you create your URL, custom URL categories, your custom URL categories has been given preference over the predefined URL categories that Palo Alto defines. So when we go back to our URL filtering profile and we see here, I created two, right? I created Decrypt. So in the decrypt, you see the decrypt URL category now, and I have set the action, it's alert. So if you want to allow traffic, you can either choose allow or you can either choose alert. With this alert, the benefit is any traffic that gets allowed through this profile, it will be logged as well. So for logging purpose, you always use alert, but if you don't want to see logs, then you can only use allow. So in my case, I want to see logs, so I've said alert. Why we are saying decrypt needs to be allowed? Because like I said before, the custom categories take precedence over the predefined categories. So now if any traffic that goes for CNN.com, that traffic will be matching the decrypt URL category which we created. So if we do not do alert here, we will not see any log against CNN.com because this will not match the news category which is predefined now. Second, we created block CNN. So when we created block CNN, it also came back with the action none. By default, you will see the type none here. So I said block it. So which means now those two URIs that we defined there, /2020 and /videos, if those get matched in this category, the next action that will happen is block them. So that's what we have done, and we'll say okay. So this is done now. And the last piece that is there is the decryption policy. Now you need to create decryption policy under policies and decryption where you define what you want to decrypt. This is just for the decryption purpose. This will not apply any action, but with the help of this decryption, firewall takes action. So if I created a new policy, to create the new policy, you click on add, you will see this window, you name it. So I just named it decrypt. The source, my source traffic is coming in, my users are sitting in trust zone. So I said source is trust, my internet is in untrust zone. So I'm saying untrust. Now in the category service and URL, so in the URL category, you see here I called decrypt. So in the decrypt, if you remember, we just had wildcard.cnn.com. So now I am decrypting the entire CNN website here, and I'm not calling block CNN here because the purpose of block CNN is to match the specific URI and then take action against it. The purpose of decrypt your custom URL category is to decrypt the entire domain. So this decryption policy just needed the decrypt URL category which I created so that it can decrypt the traffic. The action against it can be taken under the URL category where we have block CNN. So now after applying this rule, firewall will start decrypting the CNN.com. And if any user is trying to watch any video on CNN or it tries to go to watch any news with /2020 URI, that URL, those URLs will be blocked. The last option is where it asks you whether you want to decrypt or you want to no decrypt. So I want to decrypt, and the type is SSL forward proxy, which means I'm decrypting the traffic that is going towards internet. And if you want to inspect the traffic that is coming inbound, then you can do SSL inbound inspection. So I'm doing SSL forward proxy, and that's it. Okay, that's all being done. You do your commit. The moment you do commit, after this, you start seeing block page on the user side. So we'll navigate to the user machine and we'll see how it looks like there. So we go there. So from here, we are going to navigate to the user machine. So you can see right now, one moment. So now user is on the CNN website, right? User can open CNN website without any issues. And if I go here and if I say travel features, like you see the URL here, it has /travel, which means I'm not blocking /travel. So this can be navigated. User can view this. What we are blocking in our example is we are blocking all the videos and the news which are having /2020. So for example, I click on this one. Wow. So this gets blocked. Why? Because the rule that we have created is we have created star, which means, so let me just do this addition here. Just consider it as a rule. So it has a star.cnn.com/2020 and then again star. So this is the criteria that is being matched to block this URI. And why, and you clearly see on the page when it blocks, it gives you the response page and it tells you why it is blocked. It gives you the reason here, and then it gives you which category it's being matching. So if you remember, we created block CNN category back on the firewall, and it shows the user that this is the category it is matching. So that's how the firewall does the decryption and then blocks the user traffic. And the second part that we configured is to block videos on this website. So for example, this is a video and we do this, again, the video gets blocked. So again, the same logic, it says star.cnn.com/video/star, which means anything that is after this slash is getting blocked, and our configuration is like this. So star.cnn.com/video/star. So it is matching this criteria and it is again blocking it. So I hope this helps you in understanding how decryption works. And lastly, if you want to see your logs, that where are the logs for this block, So if you go under monitor tab and under URL filtering, and if you have appropriate licenses, you will see the log. So if you see the category is block U, this is the URL that is being matched for the CNN. Let's see, for the CNN, this is the URL that is being matched, and this is the action it has taken is block URL, right? So that's how you filter it out. And if you want to filter out to see where just your traffic, so just click on it. It creates that filter automatically for you. You hit enter, and now you see all the traffic that is matching category block CNN and what action it has taken against. So I hope this is being helpful to you. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave it in the comments. And if you want to see anything special or in any topic in detail, please let me know and I'll try to cover the same. Thank you and have a nice day.